Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Y'all not gonna believe that I was live talking junk and no y'all couldn't hear me. That always happened to me. That always happened to me. Well, hey y'all, shout out to my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos. Y'all gonna have to fast forward this to about how long we into the live? Forward this. Somebody could timestamp it at the time I started talking, put it in the chat. But y'all, we got to talk about this Naziyah Harris case. This is coming out of Detroit. I think that it is something that a lot of people should be discussing. It is now trending. This is the next big case. And we going over here, we're going to talk about it as well because I think this is really, really, really crazy that this is happening, but it's happening. And it's news, and we got to talk about it. It was so disturbing to me that this little girl went missing. And allegedly, because what we're about to watch is pre-trial, because the suspect is about to go to trial. And apparently the suspect is her aunt baby dad. So apparently he has 5 children by her aunt, and he's been grooming her for 2 years. And it is so crazy. All the discoveries have came out, what's going to be presented. This is all circumstantial evidence. There is nobody, there is no weapon, there's nothing but a missing person, text messages, and people, testimony. So I don't know if he think he's going to win this trial, but it is just mind blowing. And we're going to watch today. We're going to watch his sister is going to testify during trial. And we're going to watch the pre-trial, what's actually going to happen at the trial. I think trial is set for, if I'm not mistaken, next month. I'm going to double check while we on this live so that we had the right information. But Naziyah Harris case is trending. We need to talk about it. This little girl was 13 years old when she went missing. Nobody could find her body. And the suspect is the father of her aunt's children. So, and apparently he has 15 children. He is on the registry list. A lot of people are speculating that the adults who she was living with, her aunt, the aunt's sister, the other aunt, the grandmother, they all seem to be guilty a little bit in this situation. They do play a part because apparently her grandmother had custody of her. Her mom, I believe, was on drugs. We're going to hear the grandmother's testimony too. And we'll just talk it out and we will react to it. But we're going to jump right into the testimony of his sister. Y'all not going to believe this. I watched it a little bit, but I said, hold up. Let me get my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos up to speed. The same way how I'm watching it, I want y'all to tune in with me and we just gonna watch it together. All right, so get y'all popcorn. Y'all already know because we get it popping over here. Put some popcorn in the chat. Make sure y'all share the video. Hit the like button. It just shows some support. It's going to help us get back in the algorithm. We were there a minute ago, but things happen when you ain't consistent. So you already know, help your girl out. So let's get right into it.
Your name for the record?
Tijuana Butts,
And how old are you, Miss Butts?
46.
And do you know someone named Jarvis? And how is it that you know him?
He's my brother.
Okay. And how old is Jarvis Butts?
42.
And do you know his birthday?
A grown man.
Yes.
When's his birthday?
November 21st, 1982.
And do you see Jarvis Butts in the courtroom today?
I saw him walking in.
Okay. And can you point to him and tell me the color of the clothing that he's wearing?
He has on, I believe it's dark green shirt. He's sitting behind the lady to the side of you.
Okay. And your Honor, with the record reflected when it says identified the defendant in this case?
So reflected. And just to be clear, you said I saw him walking in. You saw him when you were walking in or when he was walking in?
When I was walking in just now.
Thank you.
Okay, we know he's there. That's her brother.
And Ms. Butts, where did you know Jarvis to work?
He worked at a shop on Warren and F, called Frank's, and then he moved to a shop on Hopper and Connors. I don't know the name of it.
Mm.
And Ms. Butts, do you remember talking to Detroit police back on February 26th of 2024?
Yes,
And what's the reason that you went and talked to Detroit police?
I had reason to believe that um, I saw Naziyah the day she went missing.
Okay. Tell me about that. What makes you believe that you saw Naziyah on the day she went missing?
Where do you want me to start? It's a lot.
Start at the
So,
beginning,
From the
girl.
very beginning, where is it that you think you saw Naziyah?
At the shop on Harbor and Connors.
Okay, and whose shop is that?
My brother Jarvis Butts and his partner.
Okay. What's the reason you were at your brother's shop that day?
Something was wrong with the car that I was driving, and I just needed him to check it out to make sure it was safe for me to drive.
Do you recall about what time did you go to Jarvis's shop that day?
About 4 p.m., give or take a few minutes.
Okay, and around what time did you leave?
Somewhere between 6 and 6:30.
Okay. And what is it that you noticed while you were at the shop?
So it's a two car, like garage. So I was sitting outside of the shop in my car because they were working on another car on the inside. As I sat there for the time that I was there, I kept seeing a little girl get in and out of his truck, going to the gas station and going back to his car.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop her right there too, because if my brother had a little girl that I knew nothing about, not my niece, I was going to definitely say, well, who is that little girl? So let's see what she wind up saying. Let's see, because right there is very suspect.
Whose car are we talking about?
My brother,
Okay, and what kind of car was it?
I believe a Cadillac Escalade,
Okay, do you remember what color?
kind of like a pearl white, off white cream color.
Okay, and you said you described this as a two garage shop.
Yes,
Okay, and I want to approach with people's exhibit 7.
Okay.
Now, Ms. Brooks, do you recognize what is it we're looking at in people's exhibit 7?
Yes.
Okay, what is that?
That is the shop
Okay,
right in the middle.
and where at were you parked when you saw someone getting in and out of Jarvis's truck?
In front of the car doors of the garage right here, I was parked facing, I don't know what direction it is, but going towards garage. I was like in front, but outside.
Okay, so you were kind of parked parallel with the road?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you draw a T where your truck was?
My car?
Yeah, your car was.
Can I?
Yes. And then put an arrow the way you were facing. And where is it where that Jarvis's truck was? Just put a J where Jarvis's truck was. And what way was his truck facing?
It was facing my direction, so the front was
Towards you. Okay, so put an arrow for that direction.
Get to the questions. I understand this might be important, but we need the questions. Like, they kills me when they draw it out like this. But this is what's going to happen in trial. We are in pre-trial right now, y'all. This is pre-trial.
Do you get a look at this little girl that you see getting in and out of his car?
I saw her, um, as she was walking. I never saw her face.
Did you see any clothing?
I did.
Okay. Did anything about the clothing stick out to you that you remember?
I just remember her having on a colorful jacket.
And
Mm.
what door, which side do you remember seeing her getting in and out of Jarvis's truck, or did it change?
I I don't really remember.
Okay, that's okay. So you said you mostly remember a jacket, a colorful jacket.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you what's marked as People's Exhibit 2, which is already admitted, and People's Proposed Exhibit 10. You understand my approach?
Yes.
And you need to mark as People's Exhibits 2 and 10. Okay. Do you recognize anything in those photos?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
What is it that you recognize?
Right here, this jacket.
And for the record, you're pointing up in channel 1, and you recognize this like pink colorful jacket?
Yes.
Okay. And that's in People's Exhibit 10.
So she recognized the jacket. Okay.
Is that a fair and accurate depiction of the jacket that you saw that day?
Yes.
Round move for the proposed People's Exhibit 10.
Any objection?
No objection.
Okay, it'll be admitted as People's Exhibit 10.
Okay. And in People's 2, is that also
All of this stuff that they're asking to be admitted is going to be shown during trial. What we're watching right now is pre-trial, but this is exactly what is going to go down in front of these 12 jurors, okay?
where is the what you recognize People's Exhibit 2?
It looks like channel 2 here maybe.
Okay, facing the back?
Yeah.
Okay. And you recognize the jacket in this photo too, right? Yes.
It's a little blurry, but it looks the same.
Okay. And what about in channel 1 of Exhibit 2?
It would be this one right here.
Okay, and it's fair to say that's the back of a jacket? It seems to be the back of a jacket? Okay. Thank you.
All right, so we're clear that she
And
seen
so
the
that
little
you
girl.
saw this little girl with this jacket on, getting in and out, going into the gas station?
Yes.
Okay. Did you know who this little girl was at the time?
No.
Okay.
But
is
you
there
know
a
she
time
was a
that
little
you
girl.
Ever get out of your car?
Yes.
And what do you do?
I needed to use the restroom, so I asked his partner if I could use the restroom. He told me to go and tell him in the gas station. And as I was walking towards the gas station, she was walking in front of me going into the gas station.
Okay. So about how far in front of you was she?
I would say maybe where the gentleman in the gray blazer is behind you. Maybe a little bit farther, I'm not really sure about that distance.
From where you are to him?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, boy, I'm really bad at estimates.
20-25 feet.
Yeah, I would agree with about 20 to 25 feet. And you said you never got a chance to see this little girl's face.
No.
Was there anything
Yes,
else
you
about her
did.
that you can remember?
I just remember her being kind of small, like.
You remember her face too. I guarantee you remember you seen that little girl face, but okay, we're here now.
Outside of just seeing her get in and out of the car, when I was walking towards her, I was like, she's tiny, and I just remembered the coat.
Okay. Tiny, like in what way? Like tiny, skinny, short?
Kind of skinny and short.
Okay.
She was a kid. She was 13
And
years
did you
old.
ever ask Jarvis who the little girl was?
Yes.
And what did he tell you?
He told me, and I can't remember if it was this exact word or he said it's my partner's niece, or he said it was King's niece.
Okay, but
But
you knew who he was
Mm.
referring to?
yes,
Okay. Did you think anything of it at the time?
no,
Okay.
Mm. I can see
And
that.
what is it that made you think something? Was there a time where you thought something different?
yes.
Okay, and what is it that made you think something different?
I received phone call, well, a video call from one of his kids' mom, and she told me about some things that happened on Valentine's Day, and then she sent me a video of a podcast about my brother.
Okay. And what did you do as a result of receiving those things?
I called Shannon and I asked her for Sergeant Jones' phone number,
Oh, immediately
And
call the
who's the Shannon
sergeant.
that you called?
Mm.
his kid's mom.
Shannon Harris?
Yes,
Okay. Do you do anything before you go and talk to Sergeant Jones?
yes.
Okay. What is it that you do?
Okay, so after having a conversation with Shannon Harris and his other kid's mom, um, I was informed that his partner King, I guess something happened where
Objection, this is hearsay.
There's not a statement yet, Judge.
Being informed.
I'm not sure what she's even about to say.
Yeah. We don't even want her to say nothing.
You might have to object in a couple moments.
You need to speak up,
If you could stand up
please.
and make your objection.
Yes, just objecting to the fact that she was informed of something. It appears this might be hearsay, but we'll see. Yeah.
Okay.
Could you finish what you were saying? I don't know where you were going with this.
I'm trying to remember where I left. Okay, so after talking to Shannon Harris and his other kid's mom, I was informed of some things that had taken place I think Valentine's Day. So they told me that his
So
partner
objection.
King,
Okay, well,
Okay, so
That
at this point, this is hearsay.
That's
And
hearsay.
the lack of personal knowledge, the things that she was informed of.
can I finish?
1 second.
What?
What is an objection?
I'm sorry.
The witness
Sorry.
has to stop talking.
so based on those, do you go and talk to someone else?
Yes,
Okay. Who do you go and talk to?
his partner King
Okay. And where is it that you go and talk to King at?
at the shop on Harbor Encounters.
Okay. And without telling me what King said, kind of describe what was your conversation about?
Well, I went to see what happened and what was going on. During that time, I told him that I had never seen any little girl at my brother's shop besides my nieces, outside of the little girl that I saw getting out of his truck.
Okay.
I'm trying to
And you
speed it
felt
up
this
a little
to
bit
be
for us,
true.
y'all.
King,
Oh, wait.
And who was King again?
his business partner.
Okay. And do you know his government name?
I believe it's Cordero or something like that. I just always call him King.
So you went and told him that you hadn't seen anyone out at the shop besides your nieces and then the one little girl you saw that one day.
Yes.
Did you ask him about that little girl?
Well, I didn't ask him about it after I said that to him. He told me.
Objection, Your Honor, this is going to be hearsay again.
Judge, it's gonna go to the effect on the listener.
There could be an exception. I don't know what she's saying. So you might as well just stay standing up. Go ahead, say what you're going to say.
After I mentioned to him that I only saw my nieces and one particular little girl, he then told me that that was Naziyah that I saw that day and I was there.
I would object then, given now that she has testified to that it is hearsay, that it's being introduced for the truth.
That is the okay, because we going. Oh, okay.
Judge, I would say
We gonna have to get into I think the grandmother got a little video of her testifying on pretrial, and the business partner. So we gonna chop it down, but this right here is mainly off of the sister's testimony.
that it's actually a statement of identification.
So crazy.
So this is not an identification that she personally made. She's just being told.
I mean, she saw Naziyah that day, so it was.
She didn't know who it was. I mean, she had no idea who this was. That's
She
not
didn't know
her
who she was.
identification.
So it is hearsay.
Okay. So without
Okay.
saying what King said, were you informed of anything about a little girl that you saw on January 9th, 2024?
Yes,
Okay.
Hey
And
y'all,
your
y'all
knowledge,
coming in.
Jarvis had told you that that was King's niece.
yes.
Okay. And when you talked to King,
Make sure you
did,
hit the like button. Thank y'all for
did you have
stopping
reason
by.
to not believe what Jarvis told you?
Yes,
Okay. Do you know your nieces from Jarvis? Sorry. That's
Not
a
all
totally
of
question.
them.
I am sorry. If that was your niece, would you have recognized her that day?
yes,
Okay. And you did not recognize this little girl as your niece, did you?
no.
Mm.
What is it that you did after speaking with King that day?
I called Shannon Harrison. I asked her for Sergeant Jones' phone number.
Okay. And did you eventually talk to Sergeant Jones?
Yes,
And what happened? Mm. This is so sad. This is the suspect's sister, Mr. Butt's sister.
Uh, sorry about that. What day was it that you went to the shop and saw that little girl?
can I ask you a question? I didn't remember the exact day at the
Hey
time.
Blue, thank you for coming.
Okay. What is it that makes you
Indiana in the
believe that it was
house.
Naziyah Harris that you saw on that day?
I'm not quite sure how to
Make sure y'all hit the like button
answer what you're asking me. Like,
and
That makes
share
you
it.
ask a question. I'm sorry. Can I just have 1 second, George?
Yes.
This is so crazy. Like, and I just don't think he's going to win
Did
trial.
you
Like,
come to learn of the day that you had gone to Jarvis's shop by going through the locations on your phone?
yes,
And that's the
thanks,
day that you don't
Blue.
remember off the top of your head right now, but it is revealed in your phone locations.
yes.
Let's see here. 1 second.
And she just looks so sad because that's her brother. But you have to do the right thing. He is a danger to the community, to these children. That was a little girl. She has to do the right thing. There's no way around it. And y'all, it get worse. Like I have to tell y'all, if we're going to continue to talk about this, it gets worse. So if you guys are going to continue to watch it with me when we listen to the other testimonies, just know that it gets very, very disturbing. It really do. He's definitely going to blow Paul's trial. Yeah, it's not looking good for him at all. They don't need a body, they don't need a weapon. And he thought that he was going to get away with it. That's the mind blowing thing. He really think or thought.
When is it that you went through your phone locations to determine the date? I'm sorry, do you need a moment?
Mm. And y'all, this is pre-trial. This is not the actual trial in front of the juries. This will happen down the line, but this is pre-trial.
February, I think like 24th or the 26th. I can't remember the exact date.
Okay, that's when you would have went through your phone to find those?
Yes,
Okay, and did you also go through that in your interview with Sergeant Jones?
Yes.
And did you give Sergeant Jones permission to look at your location data?
Yes.
And your phone kind of extraction in general? Like to go through your phone for the data?
Yes.
Mm, 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 mm.
Nothing else, Judge.
Okay, that was quick by the state. Let's see if the defense going.
So
What
you
she
go to
going?
the shop where your brother works periodically, right?
Mm.
From time to time, yes.
You've been there prior to the day.
So y'all, this is the defense now doing the cross. Mind you, this is still just pre-trial. We definitely following it once they go to trial in front of the jurors because the judge did say this case is going in front of 12 jurors. So this is just pre-trial for now, and this is the defense team doing their little cross exam on the sister of the suspect, y'all.
We've been talking about today,
Yes.
a couple times at least.
Yes.
And you've been back there after.
Yes.
But the day we've been talking about, that's the only time you ever saw a child there.
That was the only time I saw a child I didn't recognize.
Okay, so you had seen other children there before?
Yes.
Okay, when you say that you recognize, these are who exactly?
My nieces.
Mm.
And when you first arrived at the shop that day, Jarvis told you that he wasn't going to be able to work on your car?
No.
No? Did you ask him if he'd be able to?
Judge, I think this calls for hearsay. They can't admit statements of the defendant.
Yeah.
I'm looking more so for her own statement, actually.
For her
We'll
what?
start with her own statement.
Okay.
Did you ask him right away if he would be able to work on your car
I talked to him prior to coming to the shop.
before you arrived? You asked if he could work on your car that day?
Mhm.
I asked him to look at my car that day.
Did you arrive at the shop with the understanding that he would or would not be able to?
I arrived at the shop knowing that he was going to look at my car.
Absolutely.
One moment.
She like, oh, I talked to him before I went to that shop. And as my
So
brother,
was
I
that,
knew.
Via text or call or some other way?
Or the video call.
Okay, so a video call a little bit before you headed over?
Earlier in the day, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what time.
Okay, so that's how you decided that you'd go over later.
He told me I could come.
Judge, this is kind of all calling for hearsay in a backdoor way.
The response is hearsay. Not
Yeah.
that you necessarily asked for it, but it's hearsay.
Sure, we can keep it as her own. So to be clear, we don't need to talk about what he said to you, but you did a video call to him. And in that call, you asked if he could work on your car.
You
Right.
keep saying work on my car. I said look at my car.
Okay, look at your car, but you asked him personally in a video call.
Yes.
Okay, and that was maybe that morning.
I don't remember what time of day it was, but it was before I went to him.
They better get it together.
And as you were saying, this day, I think you said you saw some other children there at other times, but this particular child, you only ever saw this child on this particular day.
Yes.
And the whole time you were there, from your testimony and from that police interview, you said that you never saw her face.
Yes.
And then you did also see some news stories about this case.
Yes.
Yeah, in the podcast that you talked about. Right, there were some podcasts.
I had already saw her on the news, but I did not know who she was.
Sure, but that was by seeing those stories, that's how you started to think.
Well, I was sent the podcast after some other things.
Y'all see how that defense trying to trip her up to get her line, the timing of, the timeline down pat, because it, got to make sense. But it doesn't look like the sister is, have anything to hide or need to lie about anything. So she is looking very disgusted by her brother, if you ask me.
That was told to me. That's when I received the podcast.
So initially, between the day you were at the shop, right, and then until you started to see that news, at first you didn't make this connection that maybe she was anyone in particular.
Not at all.
Okay. And then through seeing that news, those podcasts, that's when you started to think she
No.
was.
That's not the reason why I thought that.
I know,
No,
Blue.
that's the timing, or it's not.
That's crazy. Not sounding like
I guess you could say
Simone.
that.
That's when you started to, at least when you saw those things, that's when you started to wonder.
I was wondering before I saw the podcast.
Okay. In your police interview that you did
Mhm.
you tell them that at first when you saw the news you didn't really make a connection because of not having seen your face?
Yes,
So that interview was on February 26th, 2024, right?
yes.
And you were having some trouble remembering some of the specific details from January 9th at that point?
Y'all, if y'all don't know, this case is out of Detroit. So this all went down in Detroit. Just so y'all know.
Not so much as remembering maybe the order I remembered it in.
Okay. Were there some times, at least though, when you were asked some questions and some details that you had to say, I can't remember some things?
I can't remember now.
And would you agree that it was
Like,
when it
it's been I
okay.
didn't.
I
I
would just say,
probably did. I guess it would be safe to say because I didn't know.
okay, so you think it's safe to say that at that point in time, there are at least some details you were having a hard time, some questions you couldn't answer.
I can't disagree.
It's like, where you getting at?
And it was pretty close in time, shortly before that police interview. That was when you first started to think that maybe this girl you'd seen at the shop had been Naziyah Harris.
Can you repeat that?
So the first time you started to think that maybe that child, the one you saw, maybe that was Naziyah Harris, that was pretty close in time to the police interview.
Maybe about a week or so before.
Okay, I believe, does it sound right to you that I think you told the police that it was on the Thursday prior to the interview?
Whatever the Thursday was after Valentine's Day.
Okay, so probably February 22nd. That was the Thursday prior to your interview.
Okay.
And then when you were at the shop,
Baby, her energy changed. Let me tell you something. When she go up in front of them jurors and this sister act like this to the defense, it's just not a good look. It's really not. Her energy was just it wasn't like this when the state was talking to her. But her brother's defense team, her energy is just like, I know what I know. I said what I said, and my brother is dead ass wrong. No way, no way, no matter what way you put it, she believed her brother is wrong. You could just tell by her energy. So,
you primarily saw this child while she was inside a truck, right?
I didn't know it was a child in the truck until she kept getting out.
Okay, but when you saw her, she was in a truck?
I saw her getting out of the truck, yes.
And were you inside your vehicle?
Yes.
You arrived in the daylight, right?
Yes.
And that's, I think, what you're referring to, right? Initially, that's when you didn't yet know somebody was in the truck.
Can you say that again?
So at the beginning, when you first got there, right, you didn't know right away that somebody was in the truck.
No, I didn't.
I think you had said before, because it was so light outside, it was a bit difficult to see into the truck.
I wasn't really paying attention to his truck.
she wasn't expecting a little girl to be in the truck.
And then in your police interview, you referred to then seeing a light in the truck, and that's when you started to see somebody?
Yeah, that's when the door opened.
Okay, so there's a light turned on, and at the same time a door opened?
That's the reason the light was on.
Okay, because the truck door was open. Yes.
Sure.
And you said that you saw a couple different times her go back and forth to the gas station?
Yes.
Make sure y'all hit the like
And only
button.
one of those different times you were on your way to the gas station as well.
Yes.
But for that whole time, she remained in front of you?
When I was going into the gas station, she was in front of me. When I walked into the gas station, she went to the left, I went straight, and over to the right.
For that walk over to the gas station, was it getting dark at that point?
It was already dark.
He's done.
And while she
Mr.
was in the
Butts
truck,
is
you were
done.
not sure exactly which part of the truck this was?
I can't remember, no.
Okay.
The defense team has to be a little bit more sharper than this in front of them jurors because, the way how she's answering the questions, you start to think like, do we question her by how she's seen things that day? This little testimony right here is not damaging, but she know what she saw, and she answered very clear questioning from the state. The defense is trying to choke her up. The defense is trying to ask her all these specific questions, but not where she is following. So They need to get it together when they go to trial. I could tell you that because the sister is not having it. That's right, Blue. Like, comment, and share. Thank you.
So you understood initially that when you arrived, you'd probably have to wait at the shop sometime.
Yes.
I think you referred to just one other car he worked on first. Is that all there was before you?
It was actually another vehicle out there, but I don't pay my brother to work on my car, so I had to wait until he was done making his money.
Sure.
Already.
Hmm.
Sure. So do you know how many cars he worked on before he got to you?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you know if there were any other customers present in person?
I did see someone, I can't remember what kind of car it was in, but it was, I believe, a gentleman that needed to pull into the garage because Jarvis asked me to move my car out the way because I was blocking the garage. So, yes.
Was this someone you recognized at all?
No.
So in total, other than Jarvis or who you referred to as King, was there anyone present that you recognized that day?
No. Just King and my brother.
Mm.
So as you said, the sun set while you were there. Do you know about how long it was light out before it got dark?
Well, I got there about 4 o'clock. It didn't take long for it to get dark. I don't remember the exact time, but it got dark pretty fast.
Okay, and then other than when you went to the gas station, were you always at the shop?
What do you mean?
So did you go anywhere else?
No, I never left. All I did was move my car when he asked me to move my car. And once the driveway was clear, I back where I was. I didn't go anywhere.
Okay. And when you were present, not going to the gas station, were you always inside your vehicle?
Yes,
Were your doors open or closed?
closed.
Okay, and were your windows up or down?
They were up unless I asked them something.
Okay, so sometimes if you needed to communicate, you just open the window.
Or I would call them that.
These questions is terrible.
And you were saying today that at one point you did speak to Jarvis about who this girl was.
Yes,
And when you were talking to the police about this, you had said that you weren't sure exactly what his response was.
what I said was I wasn't sure of the wording.
Sure, that's what I mean.
I
You
agree.
told the police, right, that it might have been King's niece, or maybe he said it's my homeboy's niece.
Because he said it was his partner or King's niece, but he definitely said it was someone else's niece.
Okay, does it sound right to you that you used the term homeboy's niece with the police?
I probably
You're right, Blue, because during the pretrial, you don't want to give off everything so that the state knows where you're going with this and vice versa. So you're right about that. The defense is testing out strategies, seeing how she's going to react to certain questions. But right now, homegirl is up there like, ma'am, why are you asking me if it's daytime or nighttime? Why are you asking me how many minutes was on the clock at this time? She is trying to tell y'all, I seen a little girl. My brother told me it was the partner's niece. And then I seen on the podcast, I seen on the news all of this information. So I went to the detectives, point blank, period. But the defense is like, we have to try to get something beneficial from this testimony if she's going to testify. But you're right, Blue. Hmm.
did.
Okay.
It's all the same to me.
And then that's what you continued to think at first, right? At first, you just believed that it was someone else's niece.
Yeah,
Specifically, you thought it was probably King's niece,
that's what I was told.
which I think, as we established, right, King is the same person as Cordell, right?
Yes,
And then after that, you would listen to some of these podcasts and to the news.
I listened to his kid's mother, and then I watched the podcast.
Okay, so those are some things that happened.
Yes,
And then once you started to have this different information you were gathering, then you kind of started to look into it for yourself,
yes,
do some of your own investigation.
yes,
And then at one point following that, that's when you decided to go back to the shop
yes,
to speak to Cordell
yes,
and to discuss some of these things you've been learning with him.
yes.
You and Jarvis are not particularly close.
I wouldn't say that we're really distant. I don't see him every day. I don't talk to him every day, but he's my brother.
Hmm.
He's your brother, but you don't have a very close relationship, or?
Now, ma'am, she's already sick to her stomach that she's up there talking about this regarding her brother. Now you mean to tell me the defense team was up there questioning how tight they was She just said she don't gotta pay her brother to fix her car. So clearly there was some type of a relationship. Cause people don't play about their money. I don't care if you family or not. Business is business. But she just said she knew her brother would look at her car. Um, Clearly they have a good relationship. But this woman right here is like fed up with the line of questioning. You could just she's over it.
He's my brother.
Mm,
What about his children? Are you close with his children?
Some of the ones that I know,
mm.
So he has 13 kids, right?
I have no idea.
Do you
Damn.
have an idea of around how many kids he has?
A lot,
Do some of them live with different mothers?
yes.
And you don't spend time with all of them?
No,
So which ones do you know?
Oh,
I don't want to say their names. They're minors.
Okay.
And I don't want to disclose their identity.
Could you just give like a number instead? How many do you know?
I'm counting.
oh, she had it with this damn defense lawyer. 13 out of 13. How many you know?
About 8.
So when you
8.
say 8 that you know, does that mean 8 that you have like personal contact with?
I have.
Mm.
When is the last time that you've seen any of them?
Mm, Maybe about 2 months ago.
Were you and Jarvis raised by your grandmother?
For the most part.
And were there some events surrounding her death that related to your relationship with Jarvis that impacted some things?
No.
Oh. Oh wow. So what I'm picking up is right now, Blue, since you the only one talking to me. Hey y'all watching. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to my Kim Bays and my Kim Boos. Blue, I feel like she is very much uncomfortable. Oh, hold on, my light went out. What the heck? Hold on, y'all. My light went out. But I feel like she's very much uncomfortable, yes, and I feel like the information that they're piggybacking off of is something that Jarvis, the suspect, has told them. Maybe he told them, me and my sister not that close. When my grandmother died, she took all the money, or something happened, which he fed to these lawyers that the defense lawyer is trying to get out. But she's clearly like, no, do not believe him. He's a liar. Nothing happened when my grandmother passed away. That's what I'm getting from this. But she's very much uncomfortable.
I have no further questions. Thank you.
Any redirect?
Yes, Judge.
She said, no, you looking at her brother like, no, you
You said
didn't.
that there was there was another reason. There's a different reason that she thought that it was Naziyah that she would saw it that day. When you were starting to compile, or when you talked to Shannon Harris, and then you got the podcast. Before that, you said there was other reasons why you had thought that was Naziyah.
So, am I?
Yes.
can I speak for-
What is
okay,
that? Yes.
So, at the time, I didn't know. Once I realized that it was a possibility that I saw her, there were several reasons that led me to believe that it was a possibility I was there. And I didn't want to get into detail as far as what I knew before the podcast. But if you would like, I would explain to you why I thought these things.
You got
It's up to you.
Can we approach?
Mm. Now they want to approach. Child, she about to let them have it. We got about 5 more minutes of testimony. Probably when they come back out, probably ain't gonna be no more questions. But she about to let them have it. She is disgusted. She looking at her brother like, I know you didn't tell these people. Me and you ain't tight. Mm-mm-mm. This is just so crazy, y'all. Let me see. Look at him. Hold on. Go up a little bit. She crying. She's sick to her stomach. Look at him. Wow. I don't know why he got his head down. Your head wasn't down when you was doing all of this shit with this little girl. Look at him. Mm, 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 mm. What he writing on that paper? Some more lies to tell his defense team, probably. He's 43 years old, and the little girl was 13. Just look at him. Disgusting. And this is a really strong case, and I think a lot of people need to be, talking about it and bringing awareness to this case because there's some sick people out there walking around like everything is all right, and the whole time he's grooming a little girl. She's not even a teenager. Got nerve to be writing something. Make sure y'all hit the like button and share the live and put your bell notifications on too. He can't even look at his sister. I know what they're gonna say when they come out. It's probably gonna be the end of it. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
That I heard.
Okay. These reasons that you have, are these things that you know from your personal knowledge? Are these things that you observe yourself?
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
So these reasons that you were thinking.
I feel like maybe he did something to her. I think it's deeper than what we see because she's like crying. She just said, "Is there any personal knowledge?" It's something else this sister know. I'm telling you.
Thinking of, were the sources of them? Is it somebody told you something? Is it something that you saw yourself, you observed, or a coupling of that?
I would say they're both things that I was told and things that I heard.
Okay. Were there heard from Jarvis?
No.
Okay. Were these things that you had already known
Prior to
thinking that was Naziyah that you saw?
I'm sorry, I'm confused on the question.
So are these things the sources that you have for these reasons? Are they like things that you have personal knowledge of, or are they things that somebody told you about?
These were things that I was told. I'm trying to understand the question that you're asking.
You're referring to the question before we went into sidebar about her leading up to believing that it was possibly Naziyah Harris at the shop, correct?
Yes.
Does that help clarify?
Okay.
What you're questioning?
Yes.
Okay. So those reasons, those things, are those things that you had known before? Are they based on your observations, or?
Well, these were things that I was told. And after asking the questions that I needed to ask, I came up with the conclusion that it was a possibility that Naziyah was the little girl that I saw that day.
Mm.
Thank you. You said that when you were parked at Jarvis's shop, that it was getting dark out.
Yes.
Okay. That darkness, is that maybe the reason why the color on the jacket stood out?
Well, the jacket didn't stand out until I was walking into the gas station behind her because I wasn't really like paying attention to what she had on. I just kept seeing her get in and out of the truck, going in the gas station and coming back to the truck, and that's what caught my attention.
Okay, so the movement is what attracted you to it at first.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, y'all, that was the end of the sister's testimony. Like I said, this was just pre-trial, and this guy is in for a rude awakening. if he think that he is going to get away with this. The judge was pretty much very fair. We're going to get to her statements, what she told him, let him know this is going to trial. This case is by far one of the most craziest things that I have ever talked about. So I just wanted to show y'all her testimony. I want y'all to drop me some comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Um, what you say blew my mouth. Sister no here, and this ain't his only victim. If sis was that she would be able to see. She wouldn't be. Oh, she wouldn't be. Something happened, Blue. I don't know. She has more knowledge. If they ask the right questions, we might get some more information. But the sister know, and the sister know what her brother is about. And it's just so crazy. I just wanted to come kick it with y'all about this. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm thinking I should run down. I don't know. Should I come back? Should I stay? Should we talk about some social media tea? Or y'all want to jump right into the partner's testimony? I was going, cut it up and come back live. So the video can just be mainly about the sister's testimony. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's what I really want to do is to come back and talk to y'all. I'm about to do something real quick. I want y'all to see this before y'all go. I need to show y'all something. All right. I really do appreciate y'all coming to kick it with me today. I really, really do. All right. So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I have some customized roses that I'm doing for Valentine's Day. I do them every Valentine's Day. They are silk material. You get them customized. You can put anything that you want on them for your wife, for your girl, for your grandmother, for your mom. Um, it's a gift for any occasion, but Valentine's Day, is coming up. So if you want to keep it cute, keep it sexy, get her a silk robe, put something cute on the back. If you call her bae, call her boo. If you call her Pooh Bear, whatever you call her, put it on the back and make it personal. The girls love it. I have so many compliments about these robes. So make sure y'all get one. Hit me up and let me know if y'all interested. I also have new three-piece sets. Y'all know I'm the robe lady. Like I love robes. I have so many robes, every color, every style. I love robes. I'm a homebody girl. I'm always in the house. And when you're in the house, you don't got no clothes on. So you always need a robe close by. So when you need to run out the room or, just to keep it cute. I have so many robes. So that's what really started me with, giving a girl something to look sexy and personable. I do have a three-piece set that I just got. I'm about to show y'all. So if y'all interested, make sure y'all come and check me out on Instagram, Kimbella_Roxy, and let me know if you want to order. Um, so this is the set. I can't play the music, but y'all gonna get the gist of it. Make sure y'all come and check me out. This is a three-piece robe set. It comes with some shorts and a shirt. It is super, super comfortable, super soft. It got pockets. I love the pockets. Um, yeah, make sure y'all come and get one. They come in red, brown, blue, and pink. What I got on is red, and it is a small, so it has a good stretch to it. So make sure y'all hit your girl up and let me know if y'all interested. They come in all sizes. So I got what you need. Just let me know. And I just wanted to show y'all. Here are the different colors. They are going to be $50, and you can get them customized as well. So let me know if y'all into that. This is my page. Make sure y'all come and check me out. Come and follow me. Um, I'm gonna come back. I think that I'm just gonna end this right here because I just want this to be about the sister's testimony. I'm gonna come back though, and we're gonna talk about some tea. Some tea that's on social media. So give me like 5, 10 minutes, and I'm gonna come right back. Thank y'all for pulling up. Um, Make sure y'all hit the like button. We need to link for a men's line. Oh, let me show you because Blue, I did have something else. You know, my daughter, she sell bonnets. The girls who need bonnets, if y'all sleep wild, this bonnet is for you. This bonnet does not fall off your head. I wear it all the time. I sleep very well. I'm the type of girl that if I got a scarf on my head, it's going to be laying next to me when I wake up. So this bonnet definitely saved my hairstyles. It do not come off. It fits mostly everybody head to perfection. Um, but Blue, you had said a men's line. I do have some men. I do t-shirts too, y'all. Tees for us. It's just so much I want to share with y'all. Y'all just got to keep up with your girl. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram because it's just new stuff. You just never know. You never know. This was an anniversary gift. I did a customized robe with a pillow. This, when I tell you she cried when she got this pillow, this was one of my favorite orders that I did. She loved her pillow. She still has it. She hits me up all the time for more pillows. So thank you for all the support. Make sure y'all come and tap in with your girl. Blue, I'm getting to you because what I'm trying to tell you is right here. This guy ordered, they're my kids. This guy ordered a robe set, and he got one for himself and one for his girl. That's what I'm trying to show you right here. So, you know, if you want a robe, you know, you can get you and your girl one too. It's up to you. But I do have men's robes, silk robes, or I can get the silk robes for you. And the men's on the silk has pockets. The women's, they don't have pockets on the silk material. The new sets, actually, I got one on right now, y'all. So I'm telling you, it is for the girls. It keeps you warm. It is sexy. It's comfortable. But the new sets, they have pockets. So all right, Blue, you got me, and I got you. So I'm gonna end this right here, and I will be back, and we're gonna run down the shade room, run down the social media tea, because I heard Jim Jones is wilding, Mace and Cameron is wilding. We got so much stuff to talk about. There's outside popping it, okay? So we're gonna run down the social media streets. Just give your girl about 5, 10 minutes. Pull up, pull back up on me, and we gonna get it popping. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.